Hello and welcome to tutorial 4 for Epic Space. In this tutorial we're going to go over harvesters and crafting. We're going to start off with harvesters. Basically, harvesters are items that you can deploy next to any ore you have, any asteroid belts or even space junk actually. And you can set it to mine them automatically, which it will then put into its hole, which you then have to go get and drag to your station. They do require power cells, so they are a bit more expensive than doing it yourself, but obviously you don't actually have to do it yourself, which is the advantage. So what you're going to need to start off with is either a cargo ship or a mining ship. I'm using a mining ship at the moment because they're a bit faster, but a cargo ship will do just fine. You need a harvester obviously, and you're going to need a power cell. What we do is we're going to have to undock with the harvester first, unless you have room for the power cell, but even if you do actually, you've got to scan later, so I wouldn't worry about that right now. So let's undock with the harvester in our cargo. Right, so here we are. I've actually got a belt right up the top here, so we're going to head towards that. I will mention now, you actually have to own the sector if you're going to put a harvester down, otherwise it will not let you deploy the harvester. And if you actually log out or leave the sector, it will then disappear, so obviously you're losing money there. When you go to deploy, you're going to need to make sure you're near asteroids obviously, but not actually inside them. If you remember from the previous tutorials, it generally puts the item a bit to your left, so we're going to jettison that here and see if it's around where we want it to go. It isn't at all. It's put it right in the middle of a load of belts, so we're going to use the grappling hook. If I got that, yep I did. Pull it back a little bit. I'm going to have to go a bit further out. So, if we ever get there, I'm quite used to the Falcon now, so everything is extremely slow for me. Alright, there we go. That's about exactly where we want it. That's obviously it's the same as everything else with deployment, so we fly up to it. Once we get close, you can left click and press deploy. And there we go, we've got our harvester. Now what we're going to need to do is we're going to have to scan it to tell it to do some things, and we're going to have to put a power cell in. So I'm going to skip right back to here when I have a power cell in my cargo hold and I can scan. So I'll see you in about 10 seconds. Right, here we are. I'm in a vulture. You can be in anything that scans really, doesn't matter which. I brought a power cell along with me, so we're going to need to put that into the harvester. But first off, here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to go to the chat box here, start scanning, and if we're lucky, it should find our harvester. We're going to need to type some commands in here. I will link to the post on the forums, which has all the commands in there for you. So you can see all those. I'll also put them in the description. It's a little bit complicated. Hopefully at some point it'll all be simplified, but here's what we do. First off, we do dash as with everything. We'll type in telnet and status, and the reason I scanned was actually to get these item IDs, not ideas. So the harvester mark 1 is item ID 866. So there we go, we type in 866 and this should come up. Here we go, it's saying it's type 0. I believe that's what kind of harvester it is. It's got no power, it's got no target, and it's not active. So obviously what we're going to have to do is sort out the power, sort out the target, and make it active. So let's start with the obvious one, power. So let's fly up to the harvester. Off we go. I will apologise if I'm a bit slow with this one, but I am trying to read commands of things, and here you go, here's a perfect example of some confusion here. It's put the harvester inside asteroid. But there we go. So when you click on it, this big black box appears. I'm not actually sure how to get rid of this if you accidentally do it. Leaving sector or refreshing the browser or even docking will fix it. But at the moment, all you have to do is click on your power cell in your cargo hold obviously and transfer it over. So there we go, and it is in there. I'm not going to open it up again because as I said, you can't close it afterwards, and that just gets a bit annoying. So let's go over here just in case I have to scan it again. If you're very close to it, sometimes the scanner won't pick it up, so you might want to fly a little bit further away when you're trying to get that item ID. Okay, so now we're powered, and if we do the same thing again, up doesn't work. So telnet status, I think it was 866. It's the same again because we actually have to give it a command to power up. So what we're going to do is telnet again, and we need to type in, if you give me a second, sorry, telnet power, and the item ID again, which was 866, and there we go, power run successful. So that's one down. Now we've got target to go. We're going to need to type in, obviously, telnet again, and we need to telnet target. As you see, it's simple, but also extremely not simple at the same time, because obviously this could be done with clicking on things and stuff like that, but I'm sure it will be at some point. So anyway, telnet target, we need to tell it what to target, so we need to get the object ID of the belt. Is it in my scan list? Nope, which is a little annoying, but let's rescan and not fly the ship away. We'll type S in here, and there we go, the aluminium belt is scanned. Okay, so the aluminium belt is item 1933. And now we type in the harvester ID, which was 866. And there we go, harvest target set. Okay, so that's 2 out of 3. Now we just have to do the active. So same again, telnet. I'm going to take a guess that it's active. I might be wrong, I'll apologise if that is right. Wrong even. So telnet active 866. And deployable data confirmed says down here. This isn't coming up with a message, but let's go to telnet status and see what that says. Okay, it's actually saying active 0. I'm not sure why. I will have to check up that command. Sorry, my bad. Okay, that should have worked. Dash telnet active. It's activate. My bad. 866. Okay, there we go. Harvester has begun its process. So that is basically it. You might want to double check again that it is doing that with the status. 866. There we go, and there we go. That's absolutely everything that we need. You'll want to come back at minimum every hour to come pick up what it's mined. I've been told it only mines something every hour, so there's obviously no point coming before that. And there we go. That's basically it for the harvesters. So I'll fly back and we'll go on to crafting. Right, and on to crafting. All you're going to need is your own station and obviously the raw materials for whatever you're planning on making. We're going to do something with this aluminium ore, I think, because I don't think I have anything else to make. Right, you just basically go straight into the airlock. You saw this in last tutorial. We're going to walk into this blue bar in this corner. What you do is you right click, and here we go. We've got a list of basically everything in the game. You can click on it and it shows you what you'll need to make it. As I said, we're going to make something out of the aluminium, probably these alloy things. Yep, I've got both of those. All you have to do is click on it, obviously, and then press begin craft. You can type in a quantity, but every time I've tried it, it doesn't work, so you might want to just do it singly, like we'll do right now. So you press begin craft. It does tell you how long it's going to take. Let's see here, 1 minute basically. So in 1 minute time, that'll be done. I'll skip straight ahead to that and show you how to collect the items. So yeah, okay, so reopen the window, and there we go, it is completed. So all we have to do is click on it, and it should now be in our storage bay. So let's go check that. Off we go. We'll also mention you do get merits for doing this. You get 1 merit for every, there we go, see, every time you've crafted something. So into the storage bay we go, there we go, we've obviously used 10 of that, and in here somewhere, I don't even remember what it was we made, but I'm sure it's in here. There we go, aluminium alloys. So that's what we just made. That's basically it for crafting. Some things don't have recipes. All you have to do is click on them, it'll say no recipe found. In the future, I believe you won't be able to craft everything straight away. You'll have to level up. on a note on that, the levels at the bottom are not the same as the merit points that you're awarded. Every month at the moment you can go up in rank, which increases what would be available to craft to you. Whereas this at the bottom here, where it normally would be if I was in space obviously, that is actually also linked to crafting. The higher up it is, the quicker things are to craft. At the moment I was only crafting something for a minute, so I doubt it would make much difference there. But if you die, you do lose the all of your levels there, so you have to be a bit careful if you wanted to craft a lot. And that's basically it for crafting. There are some items that at the moment you can't craft, like crystal and carbon. You're going to have to buy those at the trade post. They're not always available. Actually, it's quite difficult to find them. The game seems to reset around midnight for Americans, so you can try and sneak in there and get that quickly. Obviously, well, what I didn't mention was they're actually for power cells, which are pretty difficult to get at the moment. So yeah, that's about it for crafting. Enjoy that if that's the kind of thing you like. I'm sure at some point it'll probably get a bit more organized, other things to craft, and obviously, as I said, it'll be level based on what you can craft. So yeah, that's about it for that. Alright, so that covers pretty much everything in the game. I won't be doing any more tutorials until the update comes out. We'll see what happens there. If there are any substantial features or if the combat's overhauled, I will probably go over those. But until then, I'll see you in the game.